Good morning everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity. And today I am up with a Panalisa project share, well, two of them actually, and I have used, going straight in, the Dreamlike paper pad, which is absolutely gorgeous. If you love alcohol ink and you like foil, you're going to love this one. It's not actually foil on it, but the colouring makes it look like foil. And as I said when I did the haul, if you've got a gold pen or some embossing powder, you could actually go along there, use your sticky embossing powder, and you can place foil into those areas. But it's such a beautiful pack. I've used the architectural sort of like windows with the quatrefoil windows, more like a cathedral sort of thing, and I used the large one, and it's permanently stained at the moment. I am going to wash that one. It's just archival ink that's on there. And then you've got that one, which would be fabulous on a tag. But, you know, stamps like that lend themselves to watercolour, which is what I've done, or great backgrounds for steampunk or Christmas themes. And, of course, if you can fussy cut and you can get inside of those quatrefoil windows there, you can cut those out and you can have a whole new different thing going on. And I've also used this Harlequin stamp, and it's one of my favourites. I actually have stencils and all sorts of things with this design on it. I just love it. It just reminds me of the Harlequin clowns and backgrounds and things of vintage Halloween. And I was like, almost touching on Halloween using that, but not quite. And then next up, I've used a set of mushroom dies, and I've got a leaf there that I was playing with, which doesn't belong in there. And I got these ages ago, and I finally had chance to use them. And so I just, you know, inked up cardstock, and any extras that I got left over, I just popped in there. So I've used my mushrooms, and if I can find them, I will link them below. And as I said, I used my Distress Archival in Vintage Photo. I've used my Sparkle from Little Birdie. This one is called Whipped Cream, and you can see that there. It's just a sparkly paste, and it goes on great if you apply it with a sponge. I used two of the inks that Julie sent to me in that massive Happy Mail haul that I got, and these are in Tinsel and Fresh Air. So I've used two of those inks. I've obviously used my Dollar Tree glue because I can't live without it. And what else did I use? Ah, yes, I used a Jane Davenport Mermaid ink pen. It's a watercolour brush pen in the colour Pirate's Gold. And I'm going to move this out of the way because these pens have a tendency to leak. So when I'm using them, I usually squeeze a bit out into a little pot or something and dip the brush into there. Not this brush, because it just continues to flood out. But having said that, I do love them. So, you know, because I like the colours, I'll keep buying them and just squeezing them out. That's all I can say. Right, first up is the window, and I just did a real simple watercolour. I just used, this is the tinsel done in different shades. I just added more water to it to make it darker or lighter. This is the Pirate's Gold with a little bit of water added to it. And then this blue is the Fresh Air ink colour. But if I can sort of like move a few things and pop that down so it's all in the picture, I just think that's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, what a great steampunk background, or for anything. I just left it like that because I really love architectural stamps, and it was just so easy and therapeutic to colour in. And as I say, you know, just 3 shades, and added more water to alter the shades of them. So a little bit of a masculine card, I think. And then I just went around the edges there with Vintage Photo in Distress ink to highlight it from the background. And this cardstock is the Walmart watercolour cardstock. Listen, Lovely thick stuff. What a great price. And you know, you can afford to use it as your background card stock as well, because it's just not expensive. So the Big Paper Company watercolor pads from Walmart, that's what you need to look for. And it just takes ink really, really well. I mean, there's no warping of the paper or anything, and it doesn't pill up. You know, sometimes when you overwork with a brush and it gets a bit fluffy and your paper starts to peel, it just doesn't happen. It's gorgeous cardstock. So if you see that in Walmart, and what else did I use? Oh yeah, I used a Dollar Tree paintbrush to do it. So no huge expense involved in that at all. And I'm going to measure that one particular stamp that I've used because it is a great size. It's 5¼ inches. So it's going to make a lovely big card. And then I will go up there by 4 inches. So 5¼ by 4. And then next up is where I got the opportunity to use my mushrooms. And here's what I made. And all throughout, all that I'm thinking is the hooker smoking caterpillar, the Cheshire Cat, and Alice. I just think that background paper is just absolutely awesome. I mean, look how just putting a stamp on it, you know, from here to here has changed the appearance of it. I just think it's great. And then I inked up using these inks again in different colours that Julie sent me onto watercolour cardstock to do those mushrooms. And then I applied my little birdie paste on top. But look at that. It's all sparkly and lovely. Oh, just absolutely love it. I do. I see the hooker smoking caterpillar sitting right there, and maybe a little Alice down here, and then the big Cheshire Cat grin up in the sky. So it's kind of like a little bit Halloweeny, but not. Or you could even have little fairies, you know, black silhouette style, just sitting on top of a mushroom. But I was just so glad that I actually got the chance to use them because, as I've said, you know, I get all of my stuff and I put it into envelopes and I put it in a separate box, you know, that I haven't used yet and that I must use it. And sometimes I can be so busy doing other things because I just craft 24/7, even in my sleep, that I look and I think I absolutely must use them. And then when I saw this paper, I thought that's just going to be absolutely perfect for that. And even if you've got those oh, am I going to say the name right? Is it Santoro doll type girl figures? And they're all sort of gothic in purple and what have you. One of those, you know, walking around those mushrooms is just going to look absolutely brilliant. So I will measure the biggest mushroom on that card, 4¼ inches. And then the cap of the largest one is the one behind there. And it's 2¾ inches. And that one, that cap is 2½ inches wide. So I just think it's sparkly and lovely. And if I find anything else that I can add to it, then I will. I mean, if you saw the MX art video yesterday and you saw that gnarly gnome, that would look absolutely brilliant with the mushrooms and on that background as well. So that's what I've got for you today. What am I coming up with tomorrow? Who knows? That's what makes this channel exciting. Yeah, you always need your coffee when you come here in the morning, and I usually have 3. So anyway, I thank you so much for watching. Have an absolutely awesome day, and as usual, all links are below, and there is an AliExpress sale on. Thank you. Bye.